Okay, here's some analysis for the F3 on the fourth move in the Nimzo Indian. Okay, here's the move. What do you do here? This seems very aggressive. But then he can go here, so he's threatening queen check. He's threatening to go queen to h4 check. So white wants to move his knight here, so if the check comes, then he can go here. Then if he comes here and attacks, he could take, and the knight still protects the rook, see? Now he moves that out, so that's a move that's similar to the Dutch. Kind of an odd situation, though. He pushes that out. Notice if black takes the pawn, white takes the pawn, and this knight is hanging. So white just castle, or black castles. Now he goes up there. Well, that's where the line ends in the NCO, Nuns Chess Openings. So I was like, what would he do? Or maybe it doesn't end there. Actually, I think maybe a footnote that makes the bishop go back here. But I was like, what if he goes here? It's probably not a good move. Anyway, yeah, okay. If he goes there, then black can take. White takes, black takes. Then if he pushes that pawn, he attacks. He brings the F pawn up. Let's see. When he brings the F pawn up, it attacks. So he moves that pawn up, and his queen attacks the knight, so it has to be protected. So he moves this pawn up to protect it. Okay. So we could go on from there, but I chose to, let's see, I looked at, let's see, how did we get here? Okay. If we go back to that queen move, and then white just moves this bishop out, he chases the white dark squared bishop back, he retreats, brings that knight out. Now this knight goes up and attacks that pawn, see, it's threatening to fork the queen and the rook. It also attacks the bishop. So the bishop exchanges. Of course, you wouldn't want to take with the king because you couldn't castle, but aside from that, after the pawn pushes, then he can take this pawn, isn't it right? Or if he pushes this, then he might push there. I don't know, at any rate, he takes the queen. Now the queen goes back to protect so that this pawn, so that there's no fork possible. He pushes the pawn. He attacks. When he brings it back, then he moves the knight there. He pushes. And he goes over there. Castle's queenside, d6. See, he's getting, pushes that pawn out. That's pretty aggressive. Look at that center for white. And isn't he in danger of losing a pawn? Sure, but at this point, it's a slight edge for white. Moves the queen over to protect that other knight, evidently. He moves the rook over. Take. Let's see, at some point, this bishop started attacking that knight. Okay, now this queen is attacking that and protecting this. Now he goes, threatens that. So he's got to take there, and then he takes there. Who would you rather be here? Looks like Black's pawns are busted up, but he does have a file to the white king. Now he's threatening that rook. So the rook moves up. Check. After all this, it's still within a quarter of a pawn of being even. Takes that pawn. So evidently that right there is a mistake. So this is the point where it seems that the chess engine should be allowed to run a long time.